The Nvidia chip soldered inside your gaming PC is still transmitting right now, and the FTC can't stop it. Not your webcam, not your microphone, the GPU itself. The silicon rendering your game, running your video call, powering the AI tools you didn't ask for, it's also quietly reporting home. Every frame you render, every driver update you accept, every session, time-stamped, logged, sent back to Nvidia's servers before you've even noticed the light on your case blink. Here's what that chip officially does. Nvidia calls it telemetry, standard industry language for performance data, crash reports, thermal readings, driver compatibility checks. Every major chip maker collects some version of it. It's baked into GeForce Experience, the software Nvidia tells you to install to get your drivers, your game-ready updates, your recording tools. You clicked accept once. Maybe years ago. You don't remember the sentence that let this happen. Almost nobody does. But here's the part they don't put in the release notes. That telemetry doesn't just log crashes. It logs what you're running, which applications, how long, what hardware configuration you're using it on. And because the firmware controlling that reporting is closed, nobody outside Nvidia can read what the chip actually sends. Not researchers, not journalists, not you. Security teams have pulled the traffic and found handshakes to Nvidia servers happening on boot before you've opened a single application. A persistent identifier tied to your specific chip, pinging out on a schedule you never set and can't fully disable. You can turn off usage statistics in the settings menu. The handshake still happens. The switch you flipped controls what you see. It doesn't control what leaves the chip. Regulators noticed. In the EU, data protection authorities opened inquiries into always-on telemetry and consumer hardware, GPUs included, asking companies to prove what's collected and why it can't be limited to opt-in. In the US, the FTC has spent years building the case that reasonable telemetry has quietly become permanent surveillance baked into products people already paid for. Nvidia responded the way every hardware company responds. Updated privacy policy. New toggle buried 3 menus deep. Public statement about user control and transparency. And here's the part nobody reported on. The regulators reviewing this admitted they can't actually verify the firmware's full behavior because Nvidia won't disclose the source, citing trade secrets. The agency built to protect you audited a black box it was never given the key to. So why can't this be shut off for good? Because the chip's firmware isn't just software living on your hard drive, it's embedded at the hardware level, flashed before the card ever leaves the factory. Disabling telemetry through software settings doesn't touch it. It's a legal loophole wrapped around a technical one. Under current regulation, diagnostic data required for driver functionality is exempt from most consent requirements, so Nvidia doesn't need your permission for the layer that phones home first. Every layer above it, the stuff you can toggle, is optional by design. The layer underneath, the one actually reporting, isn't optional at all. It's not a bug, it's not an oversight, it's architecture, and it's still running. Which means if you've bought an Nvidia GPU in the last several years, and most gamers have, that chip has a persistent identifier tied to your hardware, transmitting on a schedule you don't control, to servers you can't audit, through firmware you're not allowed to read. Every render, every session, every install becomes a data point in a profile Nvidia holds and regulators can't fully inspect. You paid for the card. You don't own the reporting layer inside it. Nobody outside the company does, so who actually benefits from a black box regulators can't open? Nvidia says it's about improving performance and stability. Maybe it is, but if that's true, why hide the source instead of proving it? Why bury the toggle instead of asking first? The chip is still transmitting. The agency meant to check it still can't. And the card sitting in your PC right now was never fully yours to inspect in the first place. So what exactly is it sending tonight while you're not watching?